China hold talks at Moldova discuss ways to ensure peace along the line of actual control. Center says there will be no shortage of power in country, alleges creation of unnecessary panic. Ayush Minister Sarbananda Sonowal promises modern infrastructure at any Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy in Umiam. Manipur is the gateway of East for countries, Atmanirbhar Bharat, says BJP Chief JP Nadda. IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals to take on Chennai Super Kings in first qualifier in Dubai in a short while from now. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Saraswati Singha, and now the stories in detail. In national news first, India and China today held the 13th round of talks at the Moldova on the China side. The Indian Army and the People's Liberation Army of China discussed ways to improve the border situation. Fire and Fury Corps General Officer Commanding Lieutenant General P.G.K. Menon led the Indian delegation, while the Western Theatre Commander General Wang Haixiang headed the PLA in Moldova talks. In this round of talks, primary focus was on restoring peace and tranquility in Hot Springs and Depsang areas in eastern Ladakh. 12 rounds of talks have yielded desired results in ensuring peace and tranquility on the line of actual control, except the bloody face-off at Galwan Valley since the military standoff from April 2020. In more national news, Union Power Minister R.K. Singh has said there will be no power shortage in the country and unnecessary panic has been created. Talking to reporters today in New Delhi after chairing a meeting with the Ministry of Power and Discoms, Singh said Delhi is being supplied the required amount of electricity and it will continue to get as much power as they need. The minister said he has asked the GAIL CMD to continue supplying the required amount of gas to power stations across the country. He said that neither there was any shortage of gas in the past nor will there be any in the future. Singh said his ministry is monitoring the coal and gas supply to every power station every day.
ये ऐसा नहीं कि 4.5 दिन के बाद रुक जाएगा, इसलिए कि हमारा जो रोज का खपत है वो रोज का खपत हमको आता है रेक से करीब 275-280 रेक हमको प्रतिदिन मिलता है। कल मिला 275 रेक और कौन रेक कहां जाना है ये हम और कोल मंत्रालय मिलकर के डिसाइड करते हैं।
Moving on to Northeast now, in Meghalaya, Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Ayush, Sarbananda Sonowal, has said the northeastern region possesses the greatest potential for the next phase of economic growth of the country. The diversity of flora in the region, along with the rich heritage of traditional medicine, will act as a catalyst for development of Ayush-based industries in the region. The union government is committed to elevate the economic proposition of the region and provide the launchpad for India's next economic growth. The minister was attending the review meeting of the Northeastern Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy at Umiam in the Reboy district. Talking to the media, the minister said the government remains committed to make Northeast the growth engine of India. The government is committed to develop modern infrastructure in NEIAH.
The traditional practice, okay, everyone will be taken into the area of studies and research. I believe everyone should take part in this movement, Ayush movement, because this is the best movement through which people can protect their health.
In news from Arunachal Pradesh, Chief Minister Pema Khandu today had a discussion in Itanagar with Union Minister of State for Communication Deva Singh Jaisingh Bhai Chauhan on improving the telecom infrastructure in the state, particularly in the remote border areas. In a tweet, Khandu informed that the Union Minister is now on a visit to the state. In Manipur, BJP National President Jagat Prasad Nadda today met the state governor La Ganeshan at Raj Bhavan, Imphal. Nadda, who is on a two-day visit to Manipur, also inaugurated the BJP state party office in the capital town. Earlier in the day, he visited Sri Govindaji Temple in Imphal. On the first day of his visit, Nadda said Manipur is the gateway of East for Atmanirbhar Bharat, and the development of state will ultimately bring overall development of the country. Speaking at a public gathering in Bishnupur district on Saturday, he said Manipur is regarded as a sacred land from where many freedom fighters took part in the freedom struggle during the Second World War. Earlier, governments neglected the region including Manipur, but since the BJP-led government came into power at the centre, the state has been progressing the many in spheres.
तो हम पहली बात तो मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूं कि आपने 5 साल में बजट को दुगना कर दिया है, चाहे शिक्षा हो, एजुकेशन हो, चाहे वो स्वास्थ्य हो, सभी दृष्टि।
In Meghalaya, Health Minister James Sangma has said completion of Shillong and Tura medical colleges is high on his priority list. Speaking to reporters, the minister said there were some problems which have caused the delay. He said he is constantly monitoring the progress of the projects to ensure their completion at the earliest. The proposed site for the Shillong Medical College and Hospital at Umsoli in New Shillong Township is currently being used as a corona care center.
Are high on my priority list, and I am constantly monitoring it myself so that we can get it off the ground as fast as possible, because right now Shillong Medical College there's still a lot of paperwork to be done, and in terms of the Tura Medical College, although the construction has started, there are many challenges that are still there.
In national COVID update, over 94 crore 70 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. In the last 24 hours, more than 66 lakh 85,000 vaccine doses were administered. Over 18,000 new COVID-19 cases were reported in the last 24 hours, which is lowest in 214 days, while over 23,000 people recovered. 214 people lost their lives during the period. Till now, more than 3 crore 32 lakh people have recovered from COVID-19. Union Health Ministry has said the COVID recovery rate in the country now stands at 97.99%. Presently, the active case load is over 2,30,000, which is lowest in 208 days. Around 13 lakh COVID tests were conducted on Saturday. In COVID update in the Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported a caseload of 285 active cases, followed by 54,316 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 280. Reporting 2,690 active cases, Assam has a caseload of 5,94,851 discharge cases, even as the dead account for 5,921. Saddled with 1,716 active cases, Manipur has 1,18,255 release cases, even as the death toll is 1,882. With 1,223 active cases, Meghalaya has a caseload of 79,724 cured cases. The dead account for 1,417. Mizoram has 15,635 active cases, followed by 89,847 discharge cases, while the death toll is 347. Reporting 277 active cases, Nagaland has 30,493 release cases, even as tally for the dead is 671. Sikkim has 378 active cases, followed by 30,988 cured cases, while the death number 388. In Tripura, active cases number 134, followed by 83,306 discharge cases, even as the death toll is 816. Union Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur has said sports federations should consult with the government first before deciding to pull out of big global events. His remarks came as Hockey India has decided to pull out of Commonwealth Games 2022 in Birmingham to ensure greater focus on the Asian Games. Talking to reporters in New Delhi today, Thakur said it is the country's team that goes for an event. He said Hockey India should consult with the government and the sports department before taking any decision.
एसोसिएशन फेडरेशन को ऐसे बयान देने से बचना चाहिए और सरकार से चर्चा करनी चाहिए, डिपार्टमेंट से चर्चा करनी चाहिए, क्योंकि केवल एक फेडरेशन की टीम नहीं जा रही, देश की टीम जा रही है। 130 करोड़ के देश में मात्र 18 खिलाड़ी नहीं है जो देश का प्रतिनिधित्व कर सकते हैं। एक अवसर होता है दुनिया भर के ग्लोबल इवेंट्स में पार्टिसिपेट करने का, और मेरा मानना है कि उनको एंगेज करना चाहिए स्पोर्ट्स डिपार्टमेंट के साथ, मंत्रालय के साथ, और निर्णय सरकार को करना है। भारत की टीम कहां पे रिप्रेजेंट करे ये केवल फेडरेशन तक के सीमित नहीं है, ये भारत की सरकार को भी तय करना।
In sports news, Delhi Capitals will clash with Chennai Super Kings in the first qualifier in IPL cricket in Dubai this evening. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Delhi Capitals finished the league phase on top of the points table. The Rishabh Pant-led side bagged 20 points in 14 games. They are followed by Dhoni-led Chennai Super Kings in second with 18 points. Kohli-led Royal Challengers Bangalore are third with 18 points because of a lower net run rate as compared to Chennai Super Kings. Royal Challengers Bangalore are followed by Eoin Morgan-led Kolkata Knight Riders in fourth position for the final playoff spot. Royal Challengers Bangalore will face Kolkata Knight Riders in the eliminator tomorrow. Keeping the passenger rush in mind during the festive season, Indian Railways have started running special trains from today. Railways plan to operate nearly 1,500 special trains till November 21st. In general, Railways runs nearly 5,000 special trains during the festive season. However, corona pandemic has hit the operations of trains as well as the demand for trains. Every year there is high demand for passenger trains in eastern India, side from Dussehra to Chhath Puja time. Northern Railway has announced a number of festival station trains beginning today to clear extra rush of passengers during the festival season. In Meghalaya, the state government has announced that it will take possession of the land at Harijin Colony in Shillong following the recommendations of the high-level committee constituted to look into the relocation of Harijin Colony, which is also known as Punjabi Lane from Them Leo Maulong. Gurjit Singh, secretary of the Harijin Panchayat committee, has said they are all ready for a dialogue or a fight in the court against the government announcement.
That's why I challenge high-level committee and keep their activities status quo. Two cases na High Court, one case in which status quo is given.
And for more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel, DD News Guwahati. And to end the news, the main points once again. India-China hold talks at Moldo, discuss ways to ensure peace along the line of actual control. Centre says there will be no shortage of power in country, alleges creation of unnecessary panic. Ayush Minister Sarbananda Sonowal promises modern infrastructure at any Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy in Umeå. Manipur is the gateway of East for country's Atmanirbhar Bharat, says BJP Chief JP Nadda. IPL cricket, Delhi Capitals to take on Chennai Super Kings in first qualifier in Dubai in a short while from now. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.